The tree of liberty has been thirsty for too long. I am the spark, the powder, the match, the shot that rang, the line in the patch. I am the night they tossed the tea, the oath they swore to die free. You can chain my hands, you can break my bones, but you'll never own my soul. I am the fire in the midnight sky, the reason tyrants die. I am 1776, lightning, thunder, iron, and grit. Every musket, every fist. I am 1776. Oh, 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 oh. I am 1776. I am the flag they tried to burn, the shot that made the empire turn. I am the rebel, the Minuteman, the ink that wrote we can. We hold these truths, hear my boots on the cobblestone, hear my war cry, shake the throne, hear my drum, you know it's near, your reign of fear ends here. I am 1776, lightning, thunder, iron, and grit, every musket, every fist. I am 1776. Oh, 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 oh. I am 1776. I am 1776.
Okay, guys. Let's see. Looks like we probably got a handful of people in here. Make sure that you check in. Good morning. Good, happy Sunday morning to this unscheduled live stream. I was just sitting here watching videos, drinking coffee this morning, and figured I would do it with my friends. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hopefully you like the format. It was kind of a rush job. I want to get like the flags furling in the background, but I don't know if I could actually do it in these grayed out colors. But today is going to be a little bit different. And yes, I don't know. Julie's not really a headbanger. She's more of a flower child. So she listens to very different music than I do. We are truly yin and yang, complete polar opposites. But today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, and it may require a little bit of participation on your side. So we'll see how this works out. We'll see how this works out. I know people don't like to do a lot of work on Sundays, but what I've done is I've broken into the old lists of things to talk about and made it kind of pertinent to today's events and the things that are going on these days. I am in top chat like a dum-dum. Let me change that to live chat. I'm not sure which one's showing up there on the screen, but it is what it is. Viking Queen, oh my God, I have not seen you in like forever. How are you, young lady? Hopefully you are doing great today. Hopefully you are just loaded with coffee. Got the coffee mug. Hopefully you guys had a chance to watch my newest video. I did have a let me find something here. I did have the I'm kind of conflicting with my video that dropped this morning. They said, "What?" It's kind of a going over through the comments of different things. So I recommend everybody gets a good look at that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to make last night, and hopefully if you guys enjoy that type of stuff, then I'll continue to do it. But what I've done is I've created a list of prepper topics that people talk about. It's like I come on here, especially for these unscheduled ones, and I say like, "Hey, what do you guys want to talk about?" And it's kind of like it's on me to make all of that happen. But I'm kind of like one of those input machines, like it just sits there waiting to do something. And, it never, it's like if you don't tell me like what you want, what you really, really want, then I just kind of sit there and idle in standby mode constantly. And so I've got a list of things. Hopefully you will be able to see them on the screen. I'm going to switch over right now. And let's see, my audio should still be good. Looks like my audio is still good. Hello from Brazil, Fabio Ricardo. There you go. Hello from Brazil. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I appreciate you, Fabio. I don't recognize you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. So I've got a list of things here that we can talk about today, and we can talk, and obviously one subject will only last for a certain period of time, but I do have a lot of coffee and I do have a lot of patience and time, and we can talk about pretty much anything you want to. On the list in no particular order is the bug out bag, long-term food storage, water procurement, purification and storage, first aid kits and medical preparedness, firearms, ammunition, stockpile, and self-defense. Firearms we have to be very careful about because you cannot promote them in any way, shape, or form in a live stream on YouTube. Off-grid power solutions, gardening and sowing and seed saving, canning, dehydrating, food preservations, bug in versus bug out. If I come across this, if I hit a speed bump in your brain about something you want to talk about, then put that in the chat because you are basically tuition. Damn, did you go through the list before I could? Because I don't remember reading tuition. Tuition for what? What are you talking about, Tim? EMP protection, alternate cooking methods, bartering items and post-collapse trade goods, survival skills, home fortification and perimeter security, gold, silver, and other hard assets, fitness, rucking, and physical conditioning for SHTF, ham radio comms, plan and mesh networks. Mesh networks I don't know a lot about, so I literally just told you what I know about mesh networks. We got some fuel storage. We got homesteading setups, which I probably about a 10% knowledge base on that, and community building. Set my goal, please. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, Tim. Thank you for reminding me. Let's go with 5 super chats, and we're gonna go with all colors. You know what? Let's go to, because you guys go crazy. When I do that, you throw $1.99 at me, that kind of stuff. Let's I will do it for 1 hour, and let's see. I can't put pay something's tuition. Keep this prepping machine going. There we go. We're gonna do that. And let's see, get our set goal. All right. And now the goal should be set tuition. Julie needs snacks. If you guys didn't know this, I do actually spend some of this money. Actually, most of the donations that you guys make here online do go to Julie's snack fund. I'm trying to get her to eat the meat sticks, the pure meat sticks, but she likes sweets. So I got to make sure that she doesn't get too pudgy on me, but she is very happy. And Tim, thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Everybody give Tim a thumbs up on that one. And But so yesterday I bought her cookies, 2 different kind of cookies. I bought her some of those little, Walmart sells those little pies. No, I do not work there, Alan. But I bought her a handful of those, and so she was munching on one of those last night. She likes to have something sweet after a meal, specifically supper. But if I let her do it, she'll just sit on those. We're going to do this, huh, Tim? Okay. What's Dave? Dave, I appreciate you, bro. Make sure everybody, you guys are giving these likes to these guys. Davo T6R. Davo T6R. I feel like I'm saying something dirty. Is that in a pound? Did you just send me 5 pounds? Wow. Okay. From, I'm going to say Great Britain. I love saying Great Britain. I don't like saying the UK. I'm not a fan of the UK. I like Great Britain. I like saying Ireland. I like saying Scotland. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that is freaking Tim sent another $2. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are all, guys should all be banging out these thumbs up on these. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not, in today's economy, things are not super duper great. And the fact that you're paying for my girlfriend's, addiction to sugar should say a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I need a sip of coffee. My throat's getting all jacked up. Okay, so with this new setup that I just did, it looks like it's kind of working. Let me switch back here real quick, because you guys have not picked out a subject yet that you want to. Kitty litter. I need kitty. Ain't that the truth, man? Kitty litter. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what? So let me show you something. So when we go, and nobody call the ASPCA, because we'll just take a walk up the hill. You'll carry the shovel and I'll carry it. You'll carry it up the hill and I'll carry it down the hill. The SPCA shows up at my house. So I monitor my cats. They have auto feeders and they have gallons of water in an air-conditioned environment. Let me see here. The magic of modern technology. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna see if this works. All right, so let me see. It's so hard to tell with what I'm doing, the way this darn thing works, and there's such a delay on what I'm doing. Let me see here. Let me switch over to that one. All right, so you should be able to see that. Let's see if it changes. Maybe I need to hit the update button over here. I'm gonna restart this one. I don't know why it's just acting all weird. Okay, let's see here. Miss the Grand Poobah hat. I bet you do, man. It is not here. It's in the other place. All right, so that you can see that. So that's the cat's automatic feeder. This is live. And that big silver thing in the background is one of their 3 water dishes throughout the house. These cats live like kings and queens. And so every day at a specific time that they actually get fed twice a day. It's kind of a neat little device. If you have animals that you worry about, it's kind of a neat little device. And it's a little tricky to program, but it's very cool. It's very cool. I don't know what the delay is on this thing. New property upgrades. But that's how I monitor my cats. And if I see one of them, or maybe I'll call one around feeding time, and I'll just like, hey, kitty, 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 kitty. And they'll come over to the camera and like do some weird stuff. Very interesting device. I need one. Viking Queen. Yes. I can send you a link to one. I don't, Julie bought that one, so I don't have the specific link, but I can get you one. I think I still have your email address. If not, let me know and I can contact you. New property upgrades, and you should be Miss the Grand Poobah hat. There we go. But so no one's picked any one of these subjects yet. So let's do that now. We're being distracted by Poobah hats and cat stuff and kitty litter and all those other things, because at some point we really will need to talk about preparedness. Dave says we have to look after our feline overlords. Mine are better cared for than me. Yeah, unfortunately, okay, so that's what this is going to be about today. That's what this is going to be about today. All right, let me see here. We'll come back to the preparedness stuff when you guys are ready to talk about the preparedness stuff. I'm not gonna force it down your throat. It's not very smart. It's not very smart. But nobody is. Oh, Tim, you didn't have to do that. Grand finale. Cal needs a new radio. What do I need a new radio for? What do you mean I need a new radio? Talk to me, Goose. I need a new radio. What's going on with that? I don't understand. All right, so, but yeah, I don't see a lot of human beings crawling up into the laps of other animals and getting like all of their parts scrubbed, that like scratched, that, you know what I'm saying? The whole kick your leg thing. I don't see a lot of that happening. So yeah, the cats are kind of, they're kind of getting taken. The cats live better. We're nowhere near them, and they're living better than we are right now. So I guess in reality, they could very well be our overlords. Our overlords. Okay, so apparently it's moving kind of slow. It's moving kind of slow. Alrighty then, showed up. Canada. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. YouTube keeps telling me there's nobody here, but I know there is. I don't believe the hype. All right, so I guess let's throw the list back up there again. Maybe is it too hard for you to read? Maybe I'll just pick one since you guys are just being slackers this morning. Sunday morning slackers. Community building. You know what? Alrighty, then you've inspired me because I actually talked about your comments in the latest video that I have no real title for. But yeah, you were one of the comments that I showcased, and it was about the community building, forming mutual aid groups, and it's very disappointing for me as a YouTube developer and somebody who thinks that he's like I'm brainwashed into thinking that you're watching my videos because you actually want to learn something. And I know for the majority of my core followers, like maybe 100 people, out of 8,000. These are my core followers, and can't see the list while driving. That's okay, bro. You're running low on radios, need at least 10 to be safe. Oh, I'm not running low on radios, Tim. I am not. You should know that already. Now, I get the joke now, but getting back on point, the community building, and that means creating a mutual assistance group. That means teaching you how to do that. That means, excuse me, that means compiling the data and compressing it into chewable bytes. And I made this video, probably put about 30 man hours into it, and basically compressed a 200-page book. It's too small for my eyes. and basically compress this down into pieces that you could like take notes with. And then I actually like created, and I've asked about this too, and nobody seems to know. Nobody excuse me. Wow, hold on. Nobody seems to know that with some of these videos that I make that are detailed or slightly complicated, that I've actually created like checklists for them that you can actually download completely free. And I'm using them both here. They're available both here on the Local Prepper channel and also on the new channel, the Just Prepping channel. And it's, hold on, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. F11, and let's go with Linktree. You can find them either, here, let me change this page real quick. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, to be honest with you. We're going to find out in a second. All right, so this is my link tree. This is where I send links to all the savings codes and stuff like that. How about a van update? Julie, road trip soon. Oh, that's a good one, Tim. Let's hold on to that one. But any other ideas, put them in the chat, guys. Because I'm here, I'm listening, and I am paying attention. So I put it at the very top of my link tree. So if you go to the free downloads, it's right there. An actual pantry calorie counter, an area study questionnaire to get you in the mindset of like, so doing like a legitimate area study can be kind of daunting. It's extremely detailed if you follow the military methodology, but I've broken it down so that you can actually like figure it out. And then the free mag building checklist. How to build a mag. It's really that easy. You know, people didn't know about this. People don't know about this. And oh, by the way, there's also like a page, you know, about me, that kind of stuff. You know, my core focus is the products I trust, where you can find me, how you can get up with me, stuff like that. But back on the download size, like I said, this is all completely free. And here, this is going to break your brain. This one will break your brain. Watch this. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get that calorie counter, and we'll just put it up on the desktop, and we're going to save it. Woo! It already exists. No, I do not want to. Okay, so it's already there. I didn't realize that was there. Let me switch screens real quick, and I'm going to show you what kind of work got put into this calorie counter. Close that and close that. Cancel. We'll just minimize that. That's right. You can't see what I'm doing right now. It's not allowed. Pantry calorie counter. There it is right there. All right. And then you're going to come over here. All right. And so we're going to, I don't think I F11 that one. I think I just go boop. So here's the pantry calorie counter. All right. That I made for you guys. Completely free. It's completely free. And what it does is it actually takes, this gives you the ability. How about the included tracker system in the video I posted? The included video track. Yes, that's a subject right there. That's a subject. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about these things. Vegan cookies. Good news. Good to see you, bro. We will talk about those two things, Tim, as soon as we finish with this. So everybody's already seen where they have the ability to. I will put the link to this in the main comments of this video, so people can find them later. So then this is basically like if you need the amount of calories that you need to survive and what is in your pantry. And all this is all magical stuff, but the idea is that this sheet, make it bigger. This sheet actually tells you what you need based off of what you have. Now, how does that happen? Well, you're going to put in what your canned vegetables are. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have canned corn, you have number of cans. Say a can of corn has 60 calories. Well, that's going to be 60 calories. And the way you do that is you add up like 60. If the can of corn says that it has 3 servings in it, 6 times 3, and it has 60 per serving, that's 180. That's 180 calories. And you see what I'm saying? And that automatically calculates over to this main screen right here. And then it's broken down by women by age, men by age, and even children under 18. So it's and it's all, you can adjust all of these numbers, but it's got everything in it. It's got canned fruit, freeze-dried vegetables, canned protein. I'm huge into that. Freeze-dried protein, canned sauces, dry goods, and even MREs, however many you have. You just type the number that you have in there. And there's also the difference between the average MRE, okay, meal ready to eat, and a humanitarian meal, which are completely different but look exactly like that. And then we've got condiments in here because some condiments carry calories. Most of the time it's 0, but there are some condiments that, oh, honey has calories. You know what I'm saying? Strawberry jelly has calories. Grape jelly. Some of these condiments actually have calories. And then obviously we've got some spices. They don't really carry a lot, but at least you have a unit of measure. And then you've got the math, and then it'll all calculate out. I have another one here where I've gone through all of my dry stuff. But you know, it's like I said, it's all completely free. Don't save. I did make changes, but that's okay. That's my desktop. That's Prepper Cat when she was a little baby. I should be, where should I be at? or I should be on Brave. I should be there. But like I said, the downloads. Go there, or you can go to my link tree, which is normally at the very bottom. Okay, so yeah, go there and get that stuff. It's all completely free. Modify it, take it, make it yours. Do what you want with that. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and then we can kind of go from there. So what Tim was talking about. Let's see here. First, the van update. Let's go to the main. All right, so van update. Currently, the van update is the van is stationary. The van is stationary because the medical schedule has been extremely compressed into this month. Last month, we just found out that the chemotherapy is working, and calcification is happening, which is good. This is good, which means that the tumors are calcifying, which means that the type of chemo and the process that we're using is working. Now she still has her bad and her good weeks. Right now she's in a good week, but next she technically has to go back to chemotherapy on Thursday. And so that is keeping us, as you can tell, still in the Virginia area. Now, it's kind of weird because we spend the majority of our time here, yet we're moving. And there's reasons for that. But also, the medical care that she's receiving here is pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. And so the van, well, let's finish up. So she just had surgery for another, well, I guess I'll tell you. It's she had, the chemotherapy has started to cause some pretty insane hemorrhoids. And if you don't know what that is, there's 3 columns inside of your poop chute. And those turn into, they can actually form blood vessels outside of your body or outside of their normal space. And those are what turn into hemorrhoids. They're very irritating and quite painful. And she's had 2 of the 3 columns removed. Hopefully I'm not getting too graphic for you guys. But now she is not in pain as much. And the painkillers are really, the painkillers are really working, but the pain is supposed to get worse. So she had this surgery Friday, and she's up and she's moving around, and she's, like I said, the painkillers are working, and she's trying to do things around here to help this move progress. She's going to start putting some stuff on Facebook for people to, hey, just come and take it, that kind of thing. But anyway, so it's positive. Now, going to the van. With the van, it's currently stationary. The bed loadout is there. We've got all the stuff that we need to take with us if we're going to go on trips. And now that all of this craziness is starting to settle, and the move it's starting to settle. I still need to do more and more and more moving with that van. But also when the move is finished, then we're going to go on trips. Then it's like, okay, we're done. Breathe. Let's go on a trip. And where we're going to go, we don't know. She hasn't really talked about it that much. But I think at a certain point, she's going to realize that the medical stuff is sinking, and the move is sinking to a finish, and then it's time to go enjoy ourselves. So let's see. And then also Tim was talking about a video that he sent out to the members only chat. We have our own members only chat on Wire. If you're interested in becoming a member, make sure that you join up at the Doomsday level. Don't screw around, get the Doomsday level, because if you just get the very first level, then you're going to get emojis and a little thing next to your name. That's what you're paying for, and that's Some people like that. Some people want to support the channel that way. Other people want to be more interactive and be part of more of the community. So make sure that you get the Doomsday level, because you get everything at that level. Full access to everything. So anyway, inside that chat, Tim had put this really, really detailed, interesting video about how, what is it, 2027? We're supposed to have it. They've mandated that we have these things built into our cars that not only do they track us, but they actually have like eye cameras, forward-facing eye cameras, to watch you and to see if like it's for your safety, man. And so that like if you're driving along and you're like, the camera will be like, wake up. There's something in something, you know, something will wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those are some of the emojis that you get. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, man. So those, it'll wake you up. But the thing it's also doing is it's also paying attention to, it's more than likely recording you. And what they're doing is they're using that information and selling it to the insurance agencies. They know that they're doing it because GM, in that video, you find out that GM actually just lost a lawsuit for, I don't know, $20 million or something like that, because they didn't tell anybody that they were selling the personal information from their what is it, Lifestar, Aeros? Somebody put in the chat the name of that. What's up, Creative Redundancy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Somebody put in the chat, what is it? Is it at OnStar? There you go. I got it. They sold all the information that they gathered from OnStar to insurance companies, and this affects your rates. It's like at some point it's just going to be this black box where if you get into an accident or something like that, then the insurance companies will have access to this video. And thank you, Alan. And they'll be able to like, no, you were actually playing on your phone when this happened. You know what I'm saying? And technically, if they really want to go down that rabbit hole, they can already get that information from your phone. But this is not just intrusive. This is way too deep. And in the video, the guy actually talks about how he made another video that shows you how to remove this gadget, this device from your car, and then everything still runs fine. But at a certain point, they're going to kind of figure out that people are removing these devices and then make it so that a certain part of the car won't work properly if you don't have the device in it. I think the scary part is, and I was actually watching another video last week from another YouTube developer, not in the prepper sphere. I guess he is kind of, he's more of in the like the rancher homesteader, personal freedom prepper sphere. And he was talking about how you could find yourself in a situation where you're in your vehicle trying to start it. Like in his scenario, it was you were like, you're running your chainsaw and you just cut yourself, right? And it's like really bad. And so you get into your vehicle, and your vehicle it's using the artificial intelligence and using the cameras that like this is the cameras have a picture of like this is what this guy looks like normally, right? And also your position in your car, where they could literally, the vehicle could not turn on. You need to turn that vehicle on and get your ass down the road, because calling an ambulance means dying. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't limp your way home. You couldn't get out to a main road where somebody could find you because the vehicle just wouldn't start. And it's this is a problem. This is a very, very serious problem. It's already a law. It's already written. It's mandated that these cars are going to be doing this next year. All the brand new cars. and apparently they've been doing it for a while in Europe, but it's going to be when you start messing around with Americans' personal freedoms, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem, you know. And I think people are going to probably get annoyed right off the bat because the systems that are in the car are literally going to tell you to sit up, like. You know, like if you decide you want to lean, put your chair back a little bit because you got a 5.5 hour drive and you're like, this is a good, comfortable position. No, the camera's going to be like, no, sit up. And if you don't, then the car will actually slow down. It will go into limp mode if you don't set up. So I think that, honestly, I think it's going to blow up in their face. I think that they're going to have to come up with some kind of personal settings that you have to set yourself. I don't think that they'll, because they can just do that with a software update. You know what I'm saying? Park near Wi-Fi, something to that effect. I don't think that they'll make it so that the algorithm stops doing, or the artificial intelligence starts doing what they want it to do, because then they can't collect information or they can't sell it, you know? Look, your phone is empty and now you can't even enter said car. Look, your phone is empty and now you can't even enter, said the car. Yeah, I mean, we have gotten, you know, these not tools, but these, we live in a world of convenience here in America. And we enjoy those things, and they make our lives very, very easy. Some would argue too freaking easy. I would argue that. But when you start to inhibit our freedoms, if you start inhibiting our ability to move, if you, I bought this freaking car, I want it to start. No, they just say no. That's a problem. This is absolutely a problem. Fortunately, I do see a niche for certain car companies if they're smart about this, and they give you the ability to disable that feature. Just to go on the little console, because it's all, every car has a computer on it now. Just go onto that console and disable the feature, because, you know, and there'll be like some disclaimer, like when you remember when the GPSs on the cars first came out, they were like, you have to acknowledge that you looking at this GPS could be a distraction, you know, so that there was no liability for the car companies. But they're so common now that those disclaimers all just pretty much disappear. But there'll be some kind of disclaimer just to try and make it that one step. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? You know, to turn that crap off, because if they don't have that ability, then car sales might plummet. They might plummet, because Americans love their freedom and they love their cars. And if you mess with both of those two things simultaneously, the nanny state won't have, they won't have the ability to do what they want to do. Let's see here. City on a hill, repent, Jesus is coming. What would argue? He's already here. You should be paying attention. Read your scripture. All right, let's see here. Tucson Prepper showed up. What's going on, Broseph? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see here. Tim says, my dad has the new Kia K4. It already has internal cameras. 2027 is USA required. I know. It's crazy. Creative Redundancy says, easy and convenience doesn't mean reliable and resilience. Yes, 100%. I mean, so if it didn't chug gas, guys, do you remember the original Jeep Wagoneers, the 4x4 versions, the tan ones with the fake wooden paneling on the side of them? You remember those? That's the machine right there. That is the machine right there. You put some all-terrain tires on it. You know what I'm saying? Big block V8 inside of it. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If it didn't, like, chug gasoline, that would be, to me, that's one of the ultimate prepper vehicles right there. because it literally was a 4x4 station wagon, which was unheard of in the day. And if you're gonna go, you might as well like go hard, man. Go hard. If you're gonna go hard. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go and fluff this up. We got enough people walking in here, walking through the door right now, and we can talk about whatever you want. But going back to the original list, you guys should be able to see that if you're not driving Tim. And any other thing that you guys want to talk about is fine with me as well. We still have at least 15 minutes left on this live stream because I have to. So I told the girlfriend, because this is on schedule, I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do a live stream. And she's like, are you sure that we're like moving enough? And I was like, is that enough for you? And she's like, no, like moving out of here. I said, do you think I'm spending too much time on my computer? And she's like, no, but we just seems like we need to be moving more. I'm more in a nursing mode, taking care of her right now, but I will be making trips back and forth to North Carolina here very shortly. So today is going to be like filling the Kia. We got a little Kia Rio. We're going to fill that Kia with some I'm going to stuff it full of stuff. Just stuff it full of stuff. And make several trips for little things in the Kia because that thing gets like 50 miles to the gallon. But also, at some point, I'll have to use the van, and that thing only gets 20 miles to the gallon. And gas is right around 4. There's one gas station that's like 4.49. They're like, they just hover. Like if they know they go to above 450, even though it's 449.99, they know if they just step over that line, people will stop coming there. You know what I'm saying? Grumpy's here. Good to see you, man. The K2 Blazer. That is what I'm talking about. Watch. He knows what I speak of. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of Jeep K2 Blazer. Let me see what that one. Let's see if that's it. Oh, that's the short one, man. That's what you want. Okay, so that's the short one. I can throw that one on. That one's safe. Let's see here. Right. Boop. There you go. So that's the one. That's the one he's talking about. Let me get rid of that. Make that a little bigger. That's a good one. That's a good one. But they always seem just a little too short to me. There's the K5 Blazer. That one's a little better. That's what I'm talking about. Is this thing for sale? Where's this thing? I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, sale is pending. $49,000. What in the hell is going on? This is right up there with the housing industry. Like, why is this thing $50,000 damn dollars? That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna try and find my. I'll try and find my what I was talking about. Jeep. Jeep Wagoneer, 1965. Let's start. That's too old. That's really damn close. 65 Kaiser? No. Okay, let's throw that one out. All right, so this is the where are we at here? Can I click on that? Where's that going? Icon. Icon that Brooke Stevens would love. So that's what I'm talking about right there. That's the vehicle right there. That's insane. It's very, very simple. It's 4x4, but I think that this is a beefed up version of it. I don't think that this is really what, I think that's what somebody made. Okay, 60, let's go to 66, see what happens. And yeah, it's getting better. So that's stock right there. That's what it looks like, stock. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. That's it right there. There we go. 20 facts about classic Jeep Wagoneer you might not know. That's what I'm talking about. It's got the roof rack on it, man. That's because the 50K Blazer is a tank. I guess, Tim. I guess. Geo Metro, 3-cylinder, 50 miles per gallon, baby. There you go. But, yeah, that's the. If I could get my hands on one of these, You know, remember when you could buy a surplus cut V for $500 and you complained it was expensive? Yeah, exactly. There's actually a guy on here. He used to follow me until I got into that big ass spat about telling people that, you know, basically they sucked. That was a mistake of mine, but they still sucked. Anyway, there's actually a guy. He's a Cook V farmer. He's got a cut V, and he what's this reminder crap? Oh yeah. Yeah, the cut V is the Cook V, the Genesis. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm not a fan of the front end, but it looks better when it's not drawn like that. That looks better there. See what I'm saying? Like, boom, that's it right there, man. That's the monster right there. The suspension. What do we got here? Automatic. All four wheels. Rear-wheel drive models were offered only in 1969. All subsequent Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer models were four-wheel drive, but the independent front suspension was also discontinued after a few years. The model pictured here is 1970. Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. And remember the Jeep trucks? Did you know that they offered very few Jeep trucks that were 4x4? They were almost impossible to find now. They were all rear-wheel drive. Let's see here. But they still suck. What do you mean? Who sucks? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Viking Queen? Look at this guy. These people are up there hiking. He's driving up the hill with his family. That's the way they used to like advertise things. It's just crazy. And it's super too. The Wagoneer was given a new, more elegant grill. Like, okay, so that's probably where like the Jeep grill, you know what I'm saying? The 4-door. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The new look. See, now that's cool. 1970 model. That's pretty freaking awesome. Quadra-track. Return of the 2-door. No, I'm good with that. We need the 4-door. You need to just fold those seats down. This is the classic right here, man. The Grand Wagoneer. Did you guys know that if you ever see a Wagoneer on, I was quoting you. Oh, I got you. But they suck. I got you. Okay. If you ever see one of the modern Wagoneers or Grand Wagoneers on the road, they don't say Jeep on them anywhere. I'm picturing National Lampoon now. There you go. Road trip, baby. Right, just say no to custom. Yeah, nah, it's fine. That's what I'm talking about. It's just an awesome vehicle. 4x4, lots of space. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where are we at here? Where's my search factor? 66. Let's go to 70 because interior. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking pictures. This is what I'm talking about. What can we do with that, guys? What can we do with that? We're going to go to Facebook for this. Okay. But what can we do with that? That's what I'm talking about. So much space. It's crazy. Let's go back here to this. Jeep Heritage Classic. And the seats could fold down. Classic Jeep. This is just a place to go buy Jeep stuff. Let's just go to images. Maybe we'll find something better there. But it was just everything in it was in these vehicles, these older vehicles, is super simplistic, you know. Tim, I have a serious prepper question. This should be good, Tim. I await your question, my friend. Membership has its privileges. 1970 Jeep Wagoneer for sale. Ooh. Oh. That's a studio apartment on wheels. Oh. What's it? Please don't. Please be nice to me. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is the modern. Oh. Come on. Price. Where's the price at, man? It's in Ruskin, Florida. Dauntless V8 matted to 3-speed automatic transmission. The old transmissions just didn't have the juice that the new ones have. Come on. Come on. Where's the price at? $29,000. The highest bid is $29,000, but the reserve has not been met yet. This guy knows the value of what he got, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's put a lot of work into this. All right, let's see here. Main one. What are your thoughts on canned food long-term storage? Forget about the high processed crap. I'm talking about can degradation over time. Is it worth opening the cans and vacuum sealing in individual bags and individual servings? Have you or anyone looked into this? Okay, so no, that's I'm not going to tell you that's a bad idea, Tim. What I'm going to tell you is that the food is if you take care of the cans, if they're stored in an environment that is dry and cool, the cans will never rust. Even the modern cans that have that plastic inside of them will not degrade, okay? Because that plastic needs to come to a certain temperature in order to degrade, and it has to happen over time. So with that said, essentially the food, I won't say has an infinite shelf life, but I will tell you that the food in the can will outlive you and probably most everybody else. And the issue isn't the degradation of the can over time. The issue is the degradation of food over time. Now, you guys have all seen videos of me where I will eat like 8-9-year-old can this and can that. And here's the key thing. The flavor of the food changes, and the older it is, the more dramatic the change is. Does it taste like chicken? Yes, it does. Is it 8 years old out of a can? Yes, it is. But how does it taste like canned chicken, or does it taste like canned chicken? And that's normally what you end up with. After about 5 years, I'm going to say 5 years, the taste of the food starts to severely degrade, okay? But moving them from one storage device to another is kind of fruitless. It's kind of fruitless. And the reason is because, like I just saw you just posted in there, you know, I know the food inside the can isn't the best, but I'm worried about the can lining seeping into the food. That can lining, so I want to say, my brain is telling me that the temperature, you know what, let me look it up right now. Commercial canning temperatures. Okay, so when you can stuff in glass, and obviously glass is the best for preserving, as long as you don't allow that glass. In a perfect world, it would be in a completely cool, dry, and dark environment, because the sunlight does have an effect on the food, the contents of what's inside of a glass jar. And one of the big things is, and let me get right here because I want to be accurate here. Okay, so your home canning temperature is about 212 degrees, okay? Pressure canning somewhere between 200 and 250 if you can actually get it that at 10 psi. Whereas commercial canning is about the same, but they can get it even hotter, okay? And they do it based on the type of food that they're actually doing it. For instance, anything with low acid is 240 to 250. The high acid is 212, and then there's alternate temperatures that they use based off of different ones. So the commercial canning process gets so hot. I want to say they can get it up to 290 degrees Fahrenheit. And in theory, that plastic, or that, yeah, I guess it is plastic, doesn't melt. It doesn't leach. It doesn't kick out these poisonous oils, you know. But, you know, breaking that seal and taking it out of the environment that it was pressurized into, it's like I said, like I started, it's not a bad thing and it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Are you creating more work? You know, if you, I mean, once, so I put canned food from a can to a glass jar just to see if it makes a difference. A difference in what way? You know what I'm saying? A difference in flavor? I'm sorry, but no, when they pressure canned it in metal, it put that metal taste inside of the chicken. And oddly enough, there's a lot to be said for pressure canning, because pressure canned chicken inside of glass actually still has that pressure canned taste. It does not taste fresh. So you're going to be stuck with that no matter what you do. But like I said, man, it's not a bad thing if that's what you want to do. But you have to ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? Am I creating more work with less positive outcome? I mean, are you extending the life? No. Are you making it taste better? No, it's going to taste the same way it tasted when it was pressure canned and cooked into the meats. You have to use spices and alternate ways to change the flavor while you cook it. Will it last longer? No, it's going to last the longest inside of that pressurized can that cooked it, basically. So my personal opinion is no, just take care of the cans, cool, dry, dark, and you're going to be okay. And then let's see here. Viking Creek says only the store-bought cans, all of my home canning goods that are over 7 years old were still great. Yes, there's, like I said, you will, they're going to cook some flavor of that can into the meat. Vegetables, it doesn't seem to have an effect whatsoever. But I've noticed that there are some fruits that don't last as long as they in a home canning versus commercial canning in cans. I was just wondering if there was anyone that has done this and if there is enough benefit. Thank you. Yeah, no worries. I've personally never done it. I think the only thing I will do is I will Ziploc stuff that I've opened in, sometimes I will, when I'm not lazy, I will Ziploc meats that I've opened. You know what I'm saying? I only need to eat 2 chicken breasts. I have 12 here, or break them down earlier, that kind of thing. But the glass jars, I like the glass jars that you can open. You know what I'm saying? I will instead of using Tupperware, I'll do that. Another thing that's out there too that some people might want to think about too, Justin, if you're trying to stay away from these plastic leaching into your food, specifically if you are reheating inside of that plastic, because a lot of people do it. They do it in the Tupperware. It's supposed to be all perfect and safe. We're trying this new thing, and I really need to do some more research on it, but the girlfriend's already got us locked in on it. These deli containers. They're kind of like they're white translucent containers that you would get from the deli. Apparently these things don't leach anything and they work great. So we've started using some of those. I don't think I've reheated anything in them yet, but I want to do some more research to find out more about this. But she's already bought a box full of them, so we're going to start using them and finding out. And if that's the case, then I'm just going to toss up my Tupperware. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the microplastics that They're shrinking young men's taints, you know? These darn microplastics. Okay, let's see here. We just hit our 1 hour. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. You know, obviously, if you want to, well, obviously you can't donate anymore. We hit our goal. But if you do, there's links in the description. I do recommend the Refuge Medical. They've got some crazy stuff popping out there right there. Also, what was it? Somebody had Refuge Medical just had like a 48-hour sale. And now here's the magic, right? They cut the prices in half is what I'm told. They did it over the weekend. It's what I'm told. Okay. And so that's significant. I don't know if my code will apply. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No big deal. But if you're getting half off, that's freaking great. And they do have like these new little bitty kits that you put them in your pocket. So that's something to look at. But here's the thing. So they're working today, right? But because they have a religious background, and so they don't work on Saturdays. So this code is this 50% off has been floating for 48 hours instead of 24 hours. So you might want to go down to the link below, hit that link, and see what you can do. Okay, if you're interested in that. I think that's going to be about it, guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me as usual. Good times. Cheers to everybody. And now I've got to go start making trash runs to the dump. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye. I don't know if I have an end button on here. Do I have an end button? I don't think I do. I'm just going to push this one.